What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today, as you see by the title, we are going to be cutting our own hair today. I am so desperate. My hair is really crusty. I think you ladies know that when you need a cut, you need a cut and you're desperate. I usually have somebody cut my hair, of course, but we are in quarantine, so I'm gonna have to cut my own hair. I do hair professionally. I went to school for it, so I do know what I'm doing, but can I actually do it is the question. Because we can do hair doesn't mean we can do our own hair. Angles and all that is important, you know. You can see my hair is just like very ugly at the end, so you guys see that. I do have long layers with face framing, so that's the cut we're gonna do today. I see my split ends every single day and it's driving me crazy, especially since I'm trying to grow my hair out right now, which I've been doing a good job at. This is the longest I've had my hair since high school, like my real hair. I want to keep it growing, so I need to make sure that I'm keeping up with my trims. So that's what we're gonna do today. This could be entertaining if I fuck it up. It could be a tutorial if it looks good and it's a success. So yeah, we're just gonna get right into the video. I'm just gonna use the R&Co High Dive Moisture and Shine Cream. If you watch my videos, you know that I'm literally obsessed with this product. So I'm putting this product in my hair so it gives my hair some slip, so it makes it easier for me to cut it. You definitely don't have to, but it does make the process a lot easier if you do put something in your hair to give you some slip. And this is the product that I put in my hair after I wash it anyways, so I would have put it in regardless. The product. Okay. This is gonna be fun, you guys. I'm kind of scared, but it has to be done. Alright, guys, so I do want to say that this is not meant to be perfect, because I don't think anyone can cut their own hair and make it perfect, but it's just to buy me some time until this quarantine is over. So basically what I did is I sectioned my hair in 3 sections. Oh, I parted it down the middle and then I sectioned it in 3 sections. You would part your hair down the middle regardless if you wear your hair parted down the middle or not, just because you want it to be even on both sides. So I parted my hair in this section, and then the whole back section is separate. So I'm gonna start cutting my perimeter first, and your perimeter would be the longest piece. So my longest pieces are all in the back because I do have face framing, so these are shorter. So for now, I'm really not even gonna like pay attention to these. And then I did kind of just part my hair out here. I'll probably do like 3 sections. So here's 1, and then 2nd, and then the 3rd. So I'm going to grab this back piece, and then I'm just trimming, you guys, like, so it's gonna be like a very little bit. I'm bringing it very like tight and straight, because if you have a loose grip, it's just not gonna come out even. So I am getting it tight grip, and then I'm looking to the side, because I don't know if you guys seen that, but so if I'm looking straight, just like this, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's kind of at a slant, and my hair was cut straight already, so that means that if I cut it just like this, I would be cutting it slanted. So I'm going to go like this, top straight, and make sure you look that way. It's straight. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then now that you have it really tight, even though you're looking straight, it's not affecting the end anymore. And then you're just gonna cut that off. See, so I just cut that. So then, I don't have a lot of hair, honestly, so I don't need like a ton of sections. I do want to mention that too. If you have a lot of hair, you probably want to do this in smaller sections. So I'm gonna do the same with this side. Very, very tight, very tight. And then I'm gonna cut about the same off. So I'm turning around, and that actually looks pretty good to me. So then I'm just going to move up and do the next section. So now I'm brushing this back piece down. Alright, so now I put another section down in the back. And like I said, you guys, I have long layers. So this is why I'm doing this. But so now I'm kind of going to bring it out. And if you can see that piece that just fell, that's my perimeter. So that's my longest piece. You can see it falling. And that's what I just cut, right? So now now I'm left with this, and that's what I would be cutting off because I'm creating layers. So by over directing like this, I'm creating the layer, and that just fell, so that would be like my guide. So I'm going to grab it again, and then I'm going to, again with a lot of tension, go out. That just fell, wait till it all falls, and then I'm left with that. So then I'm going to take that and cut that off. I'm going out, wait till it all falls, and then I'm left with that little piece. And then I'll cut that off. Alright, you guys, I'm feeling pretty confident about this. I think it's coming out good. It's not too difficult yet. So then I'm going to bring down another section. By the way, sorry you guys if I'm like not looking at the camera at all. I'm obviously looking in the mirror to like make sure I don't fuck it up. By the way, if you are following this at all, or if you decide to cut your own hair, you want to make sure that you're doing things in very clean sections. That way you don't get confused. Like I obviously already sectioned this off, but yeah, you just want to make sure that you're keeping your sections and staying clean, and that your hair is staying wet. My front piece already dried, like these pieces, because my hair dries so fast, but it's okay because I'm not even working on them yet. So when I do get there, I'll just wet it again. Okay, so same with this. So now I'm just grabbing, this was like the section that I just brought down, and then this was the section that I already cut. So you just need a little bit of your previous section as a guide. So I'm going to, see, this is where it's getting hard now because I have to go this way. So same thing, you're bringing it out. Those pieces are falling, and then you can see that that's what I'm left with, so that's what I'm going to cut. And you can bring this back to you like however you want, as long as you're making sure that it's very, like you see, has a lot of tension and you're not messing it up. I'm going to show you guys the other side. So again, a little bit from my old section. So I have got about like that much from my old section. And then I'm going to bring this out. You can see those pieces falling, and then that's what I'm left with. So then I'm going to cut that. Clip this away just so you guys can see a little better. I feel like it's getting kind of confusing now that it's drying. And just going to do that. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to bring this top piece down, and because this is the top, this is supposed to be my shortest layer, which really isn't short because I have long layers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go like section by section instead of bringing it all down, kind of like a beach ball or like pie sectioning. So you want to go, I'm going to do like triangle sections, and I'll show you guys right now. So let's say this is the middle of like my beach ball. I'm going to go like this. And if you guys can see that, that would be like one color of the beach ball, or like a pie section. So it's like triangular. And then I'm going to put this up. Okay, so now that I have my little beach ball section, I'm going to grab again a piece from my previous section that I already cut as a guide. I'm going to take my comb, and then I'm going to go out. This is what I was saying by getting difficult. And as you can see, the pieces are falling. You see they're falling? And that's where I stopped, so then that's what I'm going to cut. Just like that. And then, like I said, this is right here, my shortest layer, and this is my perimeter. So now I'm just going to do that for the rest of it. So again, I like showing you guys on both sides just because I feel like, I don't know, it makes a difference the way I'm holding stuff. Again, I grabbed my beach ball section. I grabbed a little section that I already cut. As you can see, this was my beach ball section, and this was this is my section that I already cut. And I'm gonna go out, and you can see that hair is falling, so I'm gonna cut this. Oh, you guys, it already feels so much better. Alright, you guys, so I already cut these two sections here from the top, and I still have to cut this. I only cut the sides. And what you could do, and what I'm going to do, is I'm going to split this in half, and then instead of using a section from the bottom as a guide, I'm just going to use that piece that I just cut as a guide. So I would be pretty much doing the same thing, going out, 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 and then once I get to the end, I kind of pull down with my comb, and I don't know if you guys can see, but there's like hair starting to stick out, so that's going to be my guide. So I can just go ahead and cut that, just like that. And then honestly, if you want to double check it, it's not hard. You just kind of keep brushing in the same direction, and you want to just make sure everything falls and ends at the same time. So obviously here's like a long piece that I missed, and then I'm just going to cut that. Okay, so now that I'm pretty much finished with the back, I'm going to cross check, meaning I'm going to make sure that everything is right and how it's supposed to be. So what I would be doing is I'm just going to get like a thin section here, and I'm just going to pull out with my comb like this, kind of like how I was doing when I was about to cut it, with, you know, pretty good tension. And what you're looking for is you want to make sure that it goes from short to long nicely. So as you can see, just right here, I left a long piece, and I'm going to want to cut that because not even. So I'm going to do it again. That's good, that's good, it's falling. And then I'm left here with this long piece right in the center, and I'm going to want to cut that. So now I'm going to check it again, and as you can see, my short piece gradually gets longer into my perimeter, and that's exactly what I want. So now I'm going to do that for the rest of the hair and just double check it. Okay guys, so for the front pieces, I'm actually going to work on one piece at a time. So I'm going to start with this section, and then whatever I do on this section, I'll obviously do on the opposite side. So I'm just going to wet this section again because like I said, it dried. And then I'm going to clip this back section away just so I know that I'm only working on this and I don't accidentally pull from the back. Like I said, I do have face framing, which means that I have shorter pieces all throughout my face, and it kind of layers all the way down, and that just looks really pretty, especially when you have blowouts. I like it when my hair is straight because it just frames your face, and I think it really complements your face. When I did hair, I always told my clients that they should do face framing. I literally like convinced them because I think it just looks a lot better. It gives you more shape than when you have just all one length hair. So what I'm gonna do is section this part, and then I'm just gonna keep this behind my ear like that. So this is really my face framing, which is this section here. So what I'm gonna do is comb it kind of down to cover my eye. Again, I'm gonna have tension, and you can see it starts right here. It used to start under my chin, but my hair's grown. I kind of do like it to start a little longer, not too close to my chin. I'm going to, and then I'm simply just going to side cut. And I just cut that off. This is kind of scary to do, but you're really not cutting a lot. And oh my gosh, that already feels so much better. And as you can see, just like with the back, it gets longer. So now I'm going to grab that section again. I'm going to get a little more of that section. I'm going to put the rest of it behind my ears. Now that I've brought more of that forward, you can still see what I had already cut. So I'm not cutting that anymore. And what you can see is that this obviously needs to be cut, because it's really pretty right here. My hair curls, but you can see it kind of ends nicely, and then this is just very like thin and ugly on the ends. So I'm gonna grab that. I already cut this, so that's gonna be my guide. Make sure your hand is like at a diagonal, and then you're just gonna slide cut down. And then as you can see, that just made a really big difference. I'm gonna grab my last piece, bring it down. It already kind of blends pretty well, but there is that little piece right there. So I'm just gonna wait till that comes out and slide cut the rest. Okay, you guys, that was actually a lot easier than I thought. So one last thing, I'm going to pull the hair out really quick just to make sure that it all blends. So as you can see, my hair right here is short. I don't know if you guys can see. Short, short, and then there's that long piece in the middle. So I'm gonna cut that to connect it. It was like 2 hairs, it was like nothing. So then I can bring this hair out. Now that this side's all cut, gradually it gets longer. So that's all good. We did it, you guys. We did it. Okay, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna do the other side, and then I'll be right back to show you guys what I'm gonna do next. Oh, real quick, you guys, I did want to mention that now that I'm doing my right side, I'm using my right hand because I'm right-handed. This side is going to be a little bit more difficult because when I was slide cutting this side, it was easy for me to go like this, but now I have to do this side, which is more difficult. And what you would be doing as opposed to the other side is you're gonna go up and like that. You can't think about it too much. If you think about it and do it slow, you're gonna chop off a lot of hair. You really just wanna have a light hand and go fast down. So I'm gonna do that really quick. Okay guys, this already looks so much better. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but in the beginning my hair was dry, and which it's pretty much dry right now, but it was like a lot more frizzy, and now it just looks like way more manageable. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry my hair real quick. I'm not necessarily round brushing it. I want it to be pretty straight. I just want to smooth it out. That way I can see how my hair is like falling and where it lays and stuff like that, to make sure that I cut everything that needed to be cut. I'm just going to do that real quick and I'll be right back. Now that it is blow dried, it's easier for me to see any mistakes because my hair is a lot smoother and it's kind of like styled. Anything that hasn't been cut or needs to be cut will stick out. So I'm just going to grab like random sections really and just kind of bring it out, and then you'll be able to see if anything sticks out. There's really just like really tiny hairs that you can't even see that I'm finding. But yeah, this is a really good way to make sure that everything's even and it flows. So as you can see, maybe that needs to be cut a little bit. There's like a little corner right there, so I'm gonna cut that. Alright you guys, this is the result. I think it looks so good. I'm so happy with it. You can see it all ends very nicely and it blends. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.